Hi everyone, welcome back to Empowerment Network. Thank you guys for joining, and please kindly let me know if you can hear me because it looks a bit I'm not sure. Kindly let me know if you can hear me clearly so that I'm sure that we are here together, guys, because I am very excited about today's topic and I really want to know your take. So again, you know that I don't like it when I'm sitting here by myself. So guys, please, you want to be actively involved. Can I just see a thumbs up to know whether or not? Thank you, Minu. I appreciate that. Correct. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate. So once again, guys, hello, empowered family. Welcome back to the Empowerment Network, where we turn stories of hope into strategies for real change. So today's discussion is one for the history books, and it is called the Empowered Revolution, guys. And we are actually diving deep into the heart, the mission, and the man behind one of the most anticipated business launches of our time, none else but the CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara. So if you are new here, you just want to stay tuned. Do not go because this is that particular thing that you are looking for. So now this is just not another tech founder or flashy startup story. No, that is not the case. Ash has not even asked me to do it, but you can tell from the excitement that you just need to know, right? So Ash Mufareh himself, he is leading a movement, a mission-driven revolution that puts people like you and myself before profit. This is something that has been lacking for the past centuries, for the past decades. And that is why today, guys, we are going to explore how his mindset, his leadership, and of course, his bold vision are about to set the entrepreneurial world on fire, right? So I just want to know so far, guys, let me know in the chat. What do you really think about this topic? I just love this, my brother from Panama. I want to see more people from Panama. Carlos, special shout out to you. Thank you for always joining. Guys, you know that when I'm by myself, I feel a bit overwhelmed. So I'll stop. I'll try as much as I can to give you shout outs. But then I have only one mouth. There's no way I can speak from both sides of the mouth. So bear with me. Let's do this together. Right. So before we go on, do not forget, I never hardly do this, but I really want to ask this today at the very beginning. Go ahead to like, share, and subscribe, and why not drop in the chat where you're watching from. I've already identified my brother from the Panama, so we'd love to give more shout outs today as much as I can really afford, guys. You know I'm bad at this, but I'm learning to be a good girl. So now, guys, let's go back to business. Who is Mr. Mufara, right? He is, in my own words, a revolutionary before lunch. So if you can do me a favor, tell me in the chat who Mr. Mufara is to you. I would really appreciate that. And people who do not know him, they will definitely appreciate that. So if you hear noise at the background, I am a mom, I've got children, I've got neighbors. This has to happen. We are doing this for them. There's nothing we can do. So let's just ignore they are not here. Right. So guys, let us begin with the man himself, Ash Mufara. Who is Ash? He is a global thinker, with with a local heart. I don't know if this is making sense. Let's really go together. Let's be really interactive. Long before platforms, profits, or headlines, he had one goal. Ash Mufara had one goal in mind, that of uplifting humanity, and just not just in speeches or hashtags, but in real tangible ways. That is where most business leaders focus on the bottom line. Ash focused on the baseline. How can I bring the average person into a space of growth, dignity, and opportunity? Guys, again, this is what has been lacking, and that is why you and myself, we have never been on that platform where other people are. If you are not a named person, you don't have heavy pockets, you can never be found out there. But Ash says, no, there's room for someone, like the songwriter says, There's room for someone like yourself, like myself, like my auntie down the village. I'll never stop saying this because I mean it, right? So Ash, again, he is a revolutionary, not just because he fights against people, but because he fights for them. That is the difference here. In most revolutions, people fight. He is fighting against people who do harm to you and myself, to the little guy in the house, like you, like me, and the person even beneath you and myself. Ash is the kind of leader who disrupts quietly, you know, but his impact is quite loud, all over the world. Like we all know, lives have already begun to shift simply by being connected to the vision this man carries. Imagine so much has changed. Let's say, please, let's share as many testimonies as we can in the comments, because sometimes when we come here and speak, this is nothing you can hype about, because there's just nothing you can be hyping about. Again, Ash is not asking us, people like myself, Redfern, Marty Degamo, Chris, and the rest of us. Nobody asks us to do this, but the excitement is real. We just want to tell somebody, to tell somebody, to tell the other person that there's such an opportunity in existence. Reason for which you need to watch these platforms, because the moment we hit the market, if you are missing out on it, then the choice is yours. So, guys, all over the world, lives have already begun the shift simply by being connected to the vision that Mr. Mufareh carries, right? We've seen tech founders chase glory, but what does Ash do? He chases God's purpose, because he says it by himself. I do this by the grace of God, by the power of God, the wisdom from God, and all of those things. So he envisions a world where, tech isn't just used by the powerful, but it becomes a tool of freedom for the everyday dreamer. How many times have you been dreaming? I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I could. But we've never gotten there. So many people have dreamt, even just to want to start, it's never working. Others have tried and taken the courage to stand up and do something, but it failed even before it landed. So, but Ash is saying, listen, keep cool, wait for me, watch this space. I'm going to land and line so safe and so well and so bright and wide that I will be able to cater for every basic need if you are interested, right? So, guys, just imagine a world where every business asks, who have we helped today? Isn't Instead of how much did we make today, who have we helped today should be the mantra. That's the world that Ash is building. We already know it from what he did in Hyderabad, from what he did to his employees, the phones he gave out, the vehicles, the everything, the humanitarian gestures when we had the disasters out there and stuff like that. That is Mufareh. Who have we helped today? Because how much people have been making, how much already? We've seen people make billions of pounds, of American dollars and stuff like that. Where is it? What are they doing with it? Taking flights to the moon and back, and while somebody's hungry, that is not Mr. Mufareh. So, guys, if you can do me a favor, the best thing would be to drop a comment, join in this conversation. I am not giving shout outs yet because, like I say, I've got just one mouth. So, guys, help me do this. But then I'm going to try my possible best. I just caught Jean. So I say, hi, Jean. Hi, Kiana. Guys, I'll do my best today to do this, but then I'd really like people to join in this conversation to make sure that I am not on this all by myself, right? So Ash is just moving grounds. His empowering mindset, his inclusivity, accommodating spirit, and that's what makes him the revolutionary he is. So one of the most beautiful things about Ash is that he is for everyone. He's so sweet. You can even call him cute. Just call him anything. As long as it's positive, it works, right? So Ash, he doesn't care about your race, your age, your size, your religion, and whatever. It doesn't matter. If you are a human being walking on the planet Earth, he spreads his arms so wide that he embraces, he hugs everybody. Doesn't matter your academic background, your status, your wealth, whatever, it is of no relevance to Mr. Mufare. If you are human, that is enough. You are included in his business, in his dream, in his journey, in his movement, in his ecosystem, as long as you are willing to do so, because he leaves it out there for you to choose, right? So Ash has created an ecosystem where diversity is not just welcomed, it is actually celebrated. We can tell. I don't know how to just go directly and say Jean. I call her sister. I call Bruce Gerstein. I call him Big Brother Bruce. I call Marty DeGamo. I can be a very naughty little sister. If I were to be by Marty, he would want to send me to the park all the time. It's not a joke. That is what Mr. Mufara has done to us, right? Who does this? Where have you seen this before today? And again, guys, I just want to know if everybody can hear me so that I should not be running it all by myself. This will be unacceptable. So, guys, let me know. Can you still hear me before I go ahead? Please, please, please let me know. I just need a few thumbs up to know that yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my brother Daniel Sani from PNG. Thank you, welcome. Daniel, brother Daniel, what time is it now? Let me know. Listen, thank you, Jean. You are right. We are unstoppable. That is on passive. Right. So one of the things that Ash has done, again, his arms so wide that he has embraced people, who others rejected. The other day, I hate it sometimes because I quickly feel emotional before I even say a thing. I just popped onto Chris Johnson's live with Dave. I think it was Dave. Actually, by God's grace, I need to do snippets of Dave's video with Chris. He shared a story that got me deep down. That's me. I'm happy because I'm a big girl and I hardly really do it publicly, but I don't mind if I break into tears. That is how I feel. I'm not trying to pity him, but I'm just trying to think that people have gone through a lot when they are really not supposed to. They could get help in any one way or the other. They want to use even their situations, what they have experienced, to help others, so as to either avoid it, to mitigate situations or whatever. But then no help, nothing. They feel neglected, they feel abandoned. It is not supposed to be so. So those are the people that Mr. Mufara is after. Ash is like, listen, you were only left there because people were negligent, people were careless, because there is enough to come right from the top down to where you are and even below, right? So this is something really beautiful. There is beauty in that. It caters for businesses, for communities, for humans, for anything at all, as long as you are interested. So guys, let me tell you something. That is power. That is love in action. It's not just enough to say I love you, or like we had a discussion yesterday during the Heroes webinar where I was commenting from what people say. You see that leaving a legacy does not only limit itself to money nor to wealth, like material stuff. Leaving a legacy of a positive mindset, of love in action, of empathy, like what we discussed yesterday. That is what describes Ash Mufara, right? So Ash is that guy when, as others are busy building walls, he is building bridges. He is building bridges. That is why I have this, my brother Alesh from Slovenia. He says there's a lot we can do. We can do all business, all travel, and all whatever we want to do, because that is how we have spread ourselves all across the world, and you have family in any and every country at all. And so there is familiarity, there is love, there is trust that I want to go to this place that I've always wanted to go, because I have my brother there, I have my sister there, and they are waiting to receive me, to welcome me. So when the world said you're not qualified, what does Mr. Mufare say? You are called, right? That is so sweet, so kind, and he's just one of those rare type of people you would find walking on planet Earth, especially nowadays, right? That mindset of embracing all in spite of, it's not just rare in business, it is revolutionary, because it changes lives, it changes situations, it turns things really around. Things that seemed impossible, the I am though goes away, and Ash says, listen, it is possible. So guys, please Drop a fire in the chat if you've ever felt unseen or left out. And let me tell you, people like Ash are changing that. I am one of them, right? You know that sometimes if I do something and people say you did well, I doubt myself because I've never been used to being told that I am doing well. But then Ash gives you that platform where you do what you are trying to do, timidly, because I badly want to get this information back home and across the place. People appreciate you and encourage you. Even if you're not doing well, you put in the effort because they genuinely encourage you, and it grows up gradually. Before you know it, you are at that place where you're beginning to feel that truly I am worth something. Just the fact that people love me for who I am, that is already something, right? That's adding value to my life and it's giving me a quality of life. Listen, this is so cool, and I feel so. Listen, this opportunity is so exciting, right? See, I don't know what to say anymore because that is how it feels, right? So let's just keep on sharing this love and doing whatever we are doing. So one of the great attributes, the traits of Mr. Mufara is his forward-facing focus, eyes on the future. That is Ash for you. One thing I really do admire about him is that he does not get distracted. We know what you have an idea. Since 2007 and 18 till this minute where I'm sitting here, it doesn't matter where you popped into this journey, you have an idea what Ash has gone through. But he has just a few words: do it or die. And he's doing it. He is so busy that, listen, sometimes even like now he's silent, he's been silent for a while, but his silence gets so loud in my ears because I'm like, this man is just very busy. He's either answering a call, he's either in a meeting, he's either doing this or that, that. And I am sleeping knowing that my future is guaranteed. I will build and leave a legacy. And one of the things I pray every day, which God will answer, is my children, for example, will never take a school fee loan, but they will be educated and start a debt-free life. What a beautiful thing out of the millions of things that will happen to us as families, as communities, as businesses, as organizations, as institutions, So while others chase fast money, what does Ash do? He is gradually planning generational impact. I don't know if this is making sense, that you would like to agree with me in the comments, right? Ash is focused on the long term. His mindset is, what I build today must bless many tomorrow. And those many who are going to be blessed tomorrow, they include your children, their children, and their children, and their children, because this is generational wealth. This is legacy that will last forever. Who does not want to be part of it if you are not yet? Watch the space, ask questions, get excited, and get knowledge, and know that this is something that you cannot not be part of it, right? So this is not a man who reacts to trends. That is Ash for you. He doesn't care. He's just there, but he doesn't react to trends. But what does he do? He sets them. He sets trends instead of reacting to them. He's already 5 years ahead, thinking about how AI can change lives in rural Africa, where I come from. I am a typical rural grown child. In the earliest age of my life, I grew up in rural Africa. So this paints a very bright picture of what it is going to be. It's not going to be how I was in those days, right? How digital tools can even liberate single moms, respect to every single mom out there. How entrepreneurs in developing nations, they can finally have a fighting chance, have that place where they can also compete with other parts of the world. Because sometimes when we lack the means, people think that we lack the intellect, we lack the knowledge. We've got the knowledge, we've got the initiative, we've got the zeal to create, to show our talent, but then we've always been limited. Mr. Mufara says, here is the time. Ash leads with vision, and here's the truth. When you lead with vision, people follow, not because they have to, but because they want to. They choose to follow you because they have an idea of the picture you are painting that is lying right in front of you, where you are going to, So someone once said that True leaders do not just open doors. What do? They teach others how to build their own. That's just what Ash is doing. You know how Marty or Mike Ellis, they will say when you get into the ecosystem, you feel like a kid in the candy shop. Oh my God, this is cool. I find this cool. I find this cool. And it's quite easy to use. You play around with it, and before you know it, your life changes. You put a smile on your head, on your face, and that is dignity, that is happiness, that is self-esteem, that is better life, that is good quality of life. What else do we want? So Ash, like no other else, is a transformational leader. Before lunch, right? I know we've had tidbits here and there, but then the moment he calls it a lunch, when it's going to be shaking the world, we would already have been transformed mentally, psychologically, and however you want to put it, right? Here's what really actually blows my mind, because this company hasn't even launched yet, but look at the impact already. People share testimonies. There were people who were familyless, and they had just their lives, just living alone within their four walls, like the tongue in the mouth, until they met this community, this family, and so much has changed. Their lives have changed. So much, 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 much has changed. But we're not making money yet. We're not making anything. Then imagine that when it gets to that place where it's finally happening, how is it going to be? People would want to just share and let somebody get invited into this family and feel the way they felt that very moment they found the family and we built this community together, right? There are communities forming across continents, people finding hope again, small voices becoming strong leaders. We have seen it. Martin would say, every day we get another structure just coming out of the woodworks. We're like, oh my God, another beautiful one just emerged again and again and again. So we're spending this time discovering the people who are truly called for this journey, for this mission, because it is a life-changing mission. Like the Bible says, fields are wide, harvests are waiting. So the time we are waiting, we are creating real, genuine harvesters, because that is Ash's mission, right? So we can agree that Ash has taken people who were, spectators in life and helped them to become participants in purpose. This is so sweet. You know how spectators, sometimes not because you really choose to be a spectator, but because I am helpless. I don't have the means. I don't even know where to start or how to start and so on. So what should I do? I just sit and watch people make history while I sleep, while I wallow in self-pity and stuff like that. But Ash says, no, I've got a big hug for you. Just come on, and I will show you how to do it by yourself so that you feel even more fulfilled than anybody else has ever been. So it is just a sweet thing, and so much blessings that we are actually part of this. So Ash has proven that leadership is not about control, it's rather about capacity to believe in others, capacity to rise when it's tough. We see this he actually teaches by doing. So you see it through what he does, you hear it from what he says. He builds capacity to keep giving even when it hurts. Listen, guys, this is Mr. Mufara. Who goes wrong with these qualities? Who doesn't want, who does not choose to be part of this? Tell me wherever you are going then. And guess what? That's exactly what he is doing. And he will keep on and keep on and on and on and on doing. So, guys, if a pre-launch community can be this strong, right? We have been in pre-launch for as long as we know. And we are so strong, so glued together, the bonding and the love and the joy. We know what happens when we meet in smaller clusters on virtual face to face, how we just have fun and we are happy, we celebrate family. So just imagine what will happen once this company goes live. Think about it, because we're yet to discover many more who are still watching from outside, and they are not being sure. Others who have not yet discovered, and they will join us on this other side. Believe me, it's going to be a new world that we have already laid a foundation thanks to Mr. Mufareh, So Ash has that kind of, this new CEO mindset. His influence on leadership, on global leadership, is like much less. You know, let's just get real for a second, right? The CEO culture that we've seen in the past, what has it been? It's all been about ego, me, myself, and I. It's been about private jets, big titles, billion-dollar bonuses, but very, very little or even no impact. No impact at all. That's why people are still struggling, right? But then Ash is flipping that script. He's like, listen, it can be read from the other side. And so what he's doing, he's showing the future CEOs that you can lead with humility. Listen, that is Ash for you. Ash knows that I do this thing here because he comes sometime when he finds time and watches it. Who does that? Ash knows you, who is always busy and present all the time, just commenting. He knows who does what. That's a humble human being, because he teaches from Ash. I've learned practically that leadership in its real sense is actually servanthood, is service, because he's just here at your service. He serves us every day. And I think somebody wants to agree this with me. You can prioritize people without sacrificing profit. That is exactly what Mr. Mufara is doing, right? Because he makes sure everybody is doing well. He makes sure everybody is doing okay. However, from the pocket, he makes sure that in the future, you will still be able to do that thing that your heart has always wanted you to do, but then you thought you could not afford, right? So what we are actually seeing is a new breed of leadership, and it starts with who? With Mr. Mufara. He is proof that kindness is not weakness. So people think that when you are kind, you're being weak, you're being insecure and stuff like that. But to Mr. Mufare, that is strength. Are we learning from this? I don't know about you, you've got to learn a lot from Ash. His leadership style and everything, so much has changed when I do things. And even through him, I've met great, great, great people from whom I've learned just a lot. Ash is teaching us that true currency of leadership is not dollars, but trust. That is why, in spite of the fact that he's going through what he's going, people who are impatient are throwing darts at him. They're throwing arrows and whatever thing. Other people have stuck to him. They say, whether he goes underneath the sea, we shall go with him. Whether he goes beyond the sky, we shall go with him. We are ready to go another mile with him, because he has built that trust in us, and it's been tested and proven, right? So what else should we say about our CEO? So I thought that it was just time for us to make this clear. So whoever is watching this, whether live, whether accidentally or however, know that whatever thing we are saying here, we do not sugarcoat, because there's no need for it. We are just sharing passion. We have not been asked to do it, but it's so cool, it's so exciting, and so revolutionary. You can't keep it to yourself. How can I keep it inside? It's difficult, right? Because there's so much joy in it, guys. So it's cool. It's happy. It's a happy thing, So if you don't mind, maybe tag a business leader in the comments and say something like, the new standard is here. Are you ready to rise? Right? Somebody just wants to rise up to the new standards, because Ash has lifted the bar so high that as a business leader or a community or whatever organization, if you don't rise up to those standards, I'm afraid you are going to be left behind, especially from the leadership perspective. So affordability of Ash's AI, the digital tools, in this case, Ash make it for us to feel right away before he even comes out. We already understand that digital tools to Ash are a form of humanitarian aid. So let's just talk about something huge. This company is about to release cutting edge AI tools, and not just to corporations, but to startups, to small businesses, single parents. Again, you cannot talk about these enough, because those are another breed of human beings. Educators, churches. I am a born again Christian. I love to help. I love to pay for missions. I love to support missionary. But sometimes, like in my country, they say in pidgin, the tortoise like boxing, but the hands are short. Ash is here to just lengthen my arms to get so long that I can send a missionary as far and wide as they want to go, as God leads them, right? Just name it, whatever you want to do to change lives, to uplift humanity, to change your community. It is possible, right? And not out of outrageous prices. It's just at a giveaway price, affordable price, humanitarian prices. This man is a humanitarian par excellence, because we even know history says before he started this movement, it has always been his thing. During his free time, what did he do? He goes around and takes care of the needy, providing basic needs. He is taking us to that place where we give fishing pools, we give out nets. Say, this is the pool, this is the net. Go and put it there, pull it out, get as much fish as you can. It is yours. Whether as a community, as a family, as an organization, or whoever you are, have it, right? Because I believe that technology should not only serve the rich, it should serve the rising, like you and myself, like people who are looking up to me from down the village to the town to the city, back home, to my immediate family, my own biological children, because it is possible to make it happen, and then all of you are still happy. So this is more than software, guys. It is a digital liberation toolkit for those who've been shut out for far, far too long. So it's a liberation indeed. And when you get in from the description we've been having, when you are that little boy, that little child in the candy shop, you can take this, take that, and that pays for it, because it just have it, have it, have it, have it. So there's freedom, there's happiness, there's joy. That is what we're about to experience. So imagine a grandmother in Ghana, where my sister Gifty comes from. Gifty giggles. I'm not sure you're watching me now, but then each time when I use Ghana as an example, I thought of you, and a grandmother in Ghana building an online shop. This grandmother in Ghana is like my auntie down the village. It's like our big sister in Papua New Guinea who asked, this place where you say people will be selling things, can I sell my coconuts out there? My auntie down the village, she doesn't know what the internet is and so on and so forth. But if she hears about this, she weaves the best baskets on planet Earth. I'm not joking. Then you will tell her that, listen, that place that Mr. Mufara is doing, he's going to create this marketplace. If you put these baskets there, some people will leave from Australia, from Canada, from America, from Germany, come there and buy them. How about that? Imagine a high schooler in India learning automation tools in Mr. Mufara's ecosystem. Imagine a church in Brazil using AI to reach their community. Where have we found this before? Not that it's not existing, affordability, and then easy to use, and all of those things. So who fails? Who wants to be left behind? This is not just business. It's ministry through technology, guys. I don't know how to put it, but it's just so sweet, and it feels really, really good. And I'm really hoping that I'll find time to give shout out and highlight a few comments. That is me. If I'm by myself, I don't know how to multitask. I wish I could highlight comments while I run my own mouth. But guys, bear with me. Let's do it together. So, when one of the things I like, again, I have another quote. Somebody once said that when you give people the tools to build, you don't just help them survive. What do? You empower them to thrive. If you know Mr. Mufara, you would be accepting, you would be agreeing with whoever came up with this powerful quote, because that is just what Ash is doing, And as we close today's powerful conversation, I'm not just closing yet, but I'll pretend I'm closing, because I have to go around and see a few comments here and there and give a few shout outs. I want to be a good girl, right? So here's what I want to leave you with, you and myself. I'm included, right? Ash Mufara is not just building a business. He's planting a movement. He's cultivating a generation of purpose-driven leaders. Does this sync? Does this make sense? He is daring the world to believe again in a better way to build, right? So, my question to you guys is, are you part of the revolution? The answer remains to you. You might want to drop in the comment. You might want to answer it to yourself. It's all very okay because the time is now. The time is now, guys. So the time is now. If you have ever, you've never thought of subscribing to this channel, I think the time is now. Just hit it. Do it, guys. Do it, and then just follow us. Let's do this every day. Uh, Say something. If you like, you could say Empowered Revolution, you can say Empowerment Network, you can say Ash Mufara Legacy. Just say something that makes a meaning to this whole information. And most importantly, guys, believe that your voice matters in this movement. It does, because we know it already. We know how Chris takes his time to spotlight everybody, because we know that so many people who are interested in this whole community, they do things in their various ways. Some of us will come and sit here and run our mouths. You think that it's just only about people who sit here and talk. The real people, the real enthusiasts, the real followers of Ash, they walk backstage, right? We cannot forget them. So your voice matters a lot. And because Ash is the one who is here to do just that for us. So I think it's been quite an empowered revolution on the Empowerment Network today. And I just want to remind you again, your story is not over. Your rise has just begun. But then I don't go without saying, hello, I'm really trying hard today. I have to do this. Time for it. Hi, my sister Lucian Temwa. Thank you for joining. Penina Nathaniel, thank you for joining. Sonu Cell Phone, that's a good name. Thank you. Hello, Jean. I can say hello a million times. Nokutula. Nokutula, my sister Nokutula. This is definitely from South Africa. Bonjour, mon frère Michel Champagne. Thank you for always joining and supporting us. You are such a great support to this point. Oh, see who is here, my sister Minu. I think I should highlight a few. You've said it all. Comfort. What else to say? This was like a sudden thunder shower. Thank you. You have so sweet words. Thank you, Minu. Thank you. So I go back to Health with Health. Okay. .org. Thank you. The time is now indeed. I like it when you agree. Yes. Thank you for the support, Jean. I appreciate. See who is here saying yes. Mr. Mana, thank you for joining. Yes, Kiana, I've been missing you for a while. I think you need to pop up one of these days so that I don't sit here running my mouth all by myself, because sometimes I've really braved myself. I've braced myself a lot to come here and talk. I'm just like, I'm not sure, but I just have to do it. I don't have to do it anyway. I think I want to do it because it is worth it. Hello, sister Sherry Desaway. Thank you, sis, for always coming. Even when you come late, you still make us know that you came, you watched the recording. We really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Mana really loves something I said, ministry through technology. Listen, this we can go on and on and on and on and on. Yes, this is my brother from Papua New Guinea. I'm not sure what time is it now, but then he is always here. And this is Carlos, definitely from the Panama. Carlos, I always forget your name. I want to make sure this name registers. But when I see you from the Panama, I'm just like, yes, here again, So Sonu cell phone again. I think I need a cell phone. I actually need a cell phone though. Del Luma, thank you, sis, for joining. I think I've done really well today. Okay, this is my brother from India, again, either India or Bangladesh, Mohammed Abdul Razak. Thank you for joining, my dear brother. Appreciate all the support, all the interaction, because you are just oh, my sister Francine was here. I've not seen her, but I see somebody saying hi to her. Thank you, sis, for joining. Thank you all for really joining to support. Yeah, because this makes me, at least gives me the strength, because I feel that I'm not by myself. If I look and nobody's here, I'll just disappear, just melt like ice. So Shan Nawaz, thank you, brother, for joining. Really appreciate. Thank you all for all the comments and the support. Appreciate. Tapas Bone Week. I'm not best at this, but I hope you know it's you I'm talking about. Iron Radu, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate Yusuf Ado. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Yes, see Sherry, always there to support and so kind and lovely. That is the family Ash has given us. We cannot take it for granted, right? So this is Team One de Bongang. I think this should be from from home. I'm very sure. So appreciate, guys. If I've left out any name, it's not on purpose. I was trying my best to get this done. I've seen Sunil Hebron. Thank you, my brother or sister, my brother from the picture. I think you're a brother. So I appreciate you all for joining. I just thank you all. Appreciate you. Guys, let's keep doing this. It's worth it. It is worth it because when you think about what Ash is doing, this is my mommy dear here, right there. Mama Rebecca, thank you for joining. Thank you for the support. You know, what I'm trying to say is what Ash is doing is priceless. So the least we can do is for comfort to sit here and run her mouth while you sit there and type, and then we put it all together. If anybody at all has time, I'm always ready for us to make it as a team because it's more fun. You know, you know how embarrassed I feel when I'm talking by myself, but then I just love doing it, guys. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the fire burning. I really do love you all. Appreciate all the support and the beauty. No, the future is bright because the future is beautiful. And see you again really soon, guys. Bye.